Hello and welcome back. This video is going to be a three-parter. They all kind of go together. One is going to be an update from the listings, the death pile video I just made. But it really wasn't a death pile to me. But the video is titled Death Pile, and I explain what I mean in that specific video. This is more so the importance of getting those death pile items up and listed, especially if you bought it for the purpose that you know that it had some point of resale value. More in depth to that, now with Terapeak on the app or product search, whatever it's called, that makes it that's a heck of a tool to have. Because for all the years prior with the app, it's either you bought blindly or you looked at what sold over 90 days. And if you just think that it was good, you'd buy it. And you'd end up with a lot of stuff that just never sold. So Terapeak saves you a lot of money on an app and a feature in an app that you have for free. And I'm going to bring Terapeak right back kind of full circle toward the end of the video. And that is a surprise that the title of this video is alluding toward. When I listed the items that I had, that was majority were left over from pretty much buying throughout this week or the past 5-7 days. There were some of them in there that I had since August. And I listed some of those. And within more of those are the actual clock videos or the clock books that I mentioned before that I had sold. And we're going to hopefully, I think it was more watches, but this part here will bring it up. So actually there is the lot. I didn't get $80. I got $40. We will bring this up to, I believe it's watch. And in the watch, we're going to, if I don't go book, but this, well, since it's already highest first, this is again sold in August, right? So these ones I got within that box that I picked up at the Habitat for Humanity, and I paid like $5 for the entire box. And there's still a $200 diamond book listed and a handful of other clock and watch repair books listed, and including the ones that I just listed today. So I knew that they had a value. I didn't have to use Terapeak when I was really at the store. I just did primary typing, see current listed, and I figured I wasn't going to pay much for it. Even if I come back with a bunch of junk, I could just put it all in a lot like I did. I got my money back instantly on just selling that one auction lot of books. That didn't get I got $1 plus shipping cost. I mean, what did I make? $10, $15 maybe. But these two books right here were it's beyond 90 days. These two right here combined. This is 6th edition. Again, it's one of those, I don't know if there's an 8th, if that's worth more, or if a 3rd or a 1st is worth more. But for probably the 10 cents I had wrapped up in these two books, and they sold for $230. Media. So I'm going back to the books. I kind of went off topic there. So a lot of those clock and watch books are things that I had left over that were listed. Some of them were basically anything that's clock and watch that I had, not including including these ones here from August. Any of these clock and watch books, these I also got in that same batch. But this has a brand new picture. That has a brand new picture. These are all things that I had sitting. Most of the other stuff that I listed today, I didn't have for that long. These, again, maybe a week and a half. But the main point is I posted these 8 hours. I mean, we'll just say 8 for easier math. 8 hours ago, and it's already garnered the amount of views it has. This is 10 views. I don't think that this is going to have a problem selling within 3 or 4 days. 2 views on this one. And I just listed a Jimi Hendrix Free Spirit 8-track that's mentioned in another video, but that I have up for like 60 bucks. I should be able to get 50 for it. And I picked that one up for a quarter at a Goodwill in Madison when I went to Ashtabula a couple days ago. And that, you could see a basic of that with my videos, that the thumbnail is that of a bunch of bookshelves or a bunch of books on shelves at a thrift store. But a lot of these other things I had listed, or I didn't list, I listed today. And this was not that one. This was not a death pile. This was a pickup the other day. That was that was $1. And it should sell pretty quick. These I've had for a handful of months. And these cassettes I got, again, at Madison Goodwill at 25 cents each. So being that they'll probably be able to get easily 15, and probably right, this price or a little lower for this one. For 75 cents after the 12, 36.50 out of the, I'm going to have not even $20 wrapped up. So one of these sales is all my fees. So that's $30 on spending 75 cents. $30 net after fees and shipping. And this is just a rollover because I only listed 25 things. And then it goes to show that I have even sent offers out on 3 things that I put up today. This was sitting around. Actually, I had just the Ken Burns DVD sitting around, and I found the rest with all the memorabilia, the other DVD. I found that maybe a week ago. I'm like, well, I'll put the 2 together, and it already has 5 views, and I've already sent an offer out. Already sent an offer out on this one. Already sent an offer out on this one. That was death pile stuff sitting there, and it has that much interest. Will any of these things that I listed be able to sell by Monday, by next week? Well, we'll find out then with the video then. Another point of all this is the media, and just on how easy media is to find. It's everywhere. You will get accustomed to seeing what is, I'm just going to call it legit, what's good enough for your time and your effort. And other resellers, when you go out and you source, you may talk with other store customers. You may come across another reseller. I don't know. But you're likely going to talk with other store customers. And they may ask what you do. Say, hey, I'm a reseller, whatever scenario may be. It's a good way how to promote your stuff. Chances are you're going to get a sale from them. Very, very, very unlikely. The other part I like to explain that, hey, I keep stuff out of the landfill. I find a better home for it than on my shelf. Whatever type of phrasing you want to use. I don't even want to say euphemism because it's a positive statement. So with all the items that can be had that are out there, that are inexpensive, there's a lot of gems, especially when it comes down to media. So again, this is more of what this channel is. It's going to be focusing on media sales in through time. And it didn't take me long to really start. I mean, there could be 500 books, and it's going to take me maybe 15 to 30 minutes to just eyeball most of everything. And something that catches my interest, I will pull that book down and either scan it or hand type it. So out of every 100 books, I'm probably looking at 2 to 5 books. I was gone for 2 hours today, and I came back with at least $400, and I just went 15 minutes down the road to Savers on a Goodwill. I came back with at least $400 of listable stuff. 7 of them are identical, and they're going to lose value because of the Goodwill sticker that's on them. If I try to peel one off and it peeled off the entire face of this CD paper gatefold. So they're going to have to be sold with the sticker. which is going to decrease value from 25-ish to maybe 20-ish, right? But I got 7 of them, so that's already 140. And I have a gem I'm going to mention here in a couple minutes, a real gem book. It's 1980s, awesome nostalgia. And when I say it here in a little later, actually, I think I'm going to put a picture of the book. It'll be the thumbnail, and it'll be a little picture at the very beginning. Then I guess I could tell you what it is, because now you've already figured it out because you saw the picture. But anyhow, it's a first edition, first print, translated for US, of the Neverending Story book. And very good plus condition. That's the way I'm going to rate it. So where was I going with this? The different views, or the offers sent. So those are offers sent. These are things I listed today that were not really death pile, but these two were. These two I've had since August. And some of the other ones I haven't sent an offer out on, I had those since August, and they've already had views. Death pile is key. Another part that I'm going to go over here is the recent higher end media sales. Just kind of want to bring that up. I already went over Bureau in one of the other videos. These are somebody got a heck of a deal on these Starbucks cups. So I'm going to go over a little bit of media, just to kind of chew up a couple more minutes, and then talk. I don't have to really talk too much about the Neverending Story book. It'll be listed tomorrow, and I'll have that in a video. So this book here, when it comes to books, just strange and unusual. I don't want to dub another storytelling YouTuber, but the strange, dark, mysterious, or the odd and unusual. Looks like it has a very, very tight and specific niche or topic. Those things like that. So I had actually sold another version of this probably no more than a week prior to when I found this version. And this was at a Salvation Army in basically Montrose, post Fairlawn, but basically like the Montrose area of West Akron, in between Akron and Medina. Actually, anyhow. This is another real good CD. I don't remember exactly where I got this one. I have this version right here. This is, like I mentioned in the other video, an SACD, SCCDs, HD CDs, some dual discs, things like that. Can do very, very well. Now, the person who bought this bought 2 other items, and their total, I think, is like $95. They sent me some lower, a bit lower than I typically would want to, but they saved me money. It's almost $100 total on a sale. The 3 items goes Ground Advantage first class with insurance, good to go. I like that, and hopefully repeat buyer. This went international. Right, this is the King. So this one I shipped out. This one went international. So this person here is $50 in. King and I Blu-ray. Now, this is more likely what it would have sold domestic. A radio I've had for a while, trying to get away. The small electronics. This is probably no bigger than a wallet. A little bigger than a thick wallet. This radio. Some electronics I still mess with. Like I sold a SanDisk MP3 player, and that was pretty much brand new, and it was like a $350 MP3 player. I'd have to find it again exactly, try to bring it back. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll find like some really higher end weird things that I found. But Blotted Science. I paid $1 for this. Had no idea. I think I typed it in, and nothing came up. Then I put it in Terapeak, and one sold for right around this price range. So I paid $1 for it. Belts, neckties. I used to do a lot of belt buckles, belts, neckties, because there's another one of those items that you can find really, really good brands. And some of them for Alan Edmonds is one. I'm not going to name off any of those, but for ties or like Hermes. Those are those media orders. Oh, yeah. And then there are these other clock books here and watch repair books. So I made my money well over on the entirety of that box clock purchase. So this, it's kind of all over the place. Now I'm just kind of scrolling on the prices of some of these. But the point is, media sells really, really well and can do you a lot. So it was an update on all that. Please keep coming back. Don't forget to subscribe and ask questions.